Hey guys, welcome back to another Falcon Coupe video. I've just pulled up here at Gold, and yeah, I'm just gonna zip in now, and I'm gonna look for some spot weld drills. I'm not using my GoPro at the moment, and it hasn't got the big wide zoom on it. Like the phone hasn't got that big wide zoom, so yeah, you got to move around more to get a full picture of what I'm doing. So yeah, I'll just zip in now. I've got this shop here, they're pretty good, called 05. Do a lot of cool cars. I was going to go there to get the Escort tuned, but I thought I'll just go back to my old tuner, VPR Auto. Just looking over their flat discs they got here, I found the spot weld drill that I need. It's not the usual type that I use, but I'll try them again. They got this FlexiVit, whatever they're called, flat disc, but I think I've used them recently and they're absolute rubbish, so I might have to go to Bunnings, I think. Righto, back in the shed now. Day one of Falcon bonnet restoration. I'd love to do the bonnet and then get onto the guards, but looking into it last night, watching Astor Designs videos, and I reckon there's going to be a crap load of work in this. So hopefully I don't get too many distractions, phone blowing up and stuff, get phone calls and stuff. Hopefully I'll get stuck in or get heaps done. So what I was talking about before, when I was at Gas World, I got these Norton flat discs. They're 40 grit too. I bought them from Super Cheap Auto. They are absolute junk. Yeah, unfortunately I only bought the one. So yeah, I wasn't able to really, had nothing else to use. That's all I had. So that now I've just gone to Bunnings and I bought these little beauties, and I found these to be really good. But yeah, if I would get these in the red material, they're heaps better. I used to use these a lot. I used to work at a foundry, a non-ferrous foundry, where we used to make castings for like service stations. So you got your fuel nozzles, fuel tank assembly stuff for mining. So we used to use these all the time, but to get these in a 5-inch disc is, I haven't seen any around, so I'll just use these. These are pretty good. So I bought them, and I bought these cut-off discs for the air grinder, so I can just, in little tight areas where you need to do cutting. I found them really handy when I recently had to do the Escort. And there's me phone. I better answer it. So I bought, while I was at Gas Well, I bought this spot weld drill. I bought these in the past, but I found when I was trying to do the sills and the rusty areas, they just go blunt real quickly, and then it's frustrating. Because, you know, they're not cheap, but I think for the bonnet, I reckon they'll be pretty good. But what I was using in the past is these style, the mini hole saw. They're really good. You can get these at, you know, Gaswell, Sydney Tools and stuff. But I found these to be really cheap. They're like $23 for like $2 or something off eBay. So, and the best part is when they go blunt, you just turn the hole saw bit, flip it over. But they are a bit more work. You have to do like a pilot drill hole. So locating pin can sit in it, and you have to make sure it's the right size drill bit. Or if the hole's too big, they wander and bends the center pins. But they're replaceable. A little spring, a little Allen key, little bolt thing in the back of it. So use that to I found them really good too. And when you drill the spot weld out, you're only leaving like a fine cut hole, so you can easily locate whatever you've cut out to put it back in the right spot. But yeah, I think not a lot of people like these because they're a bit more work, more stuffing around. But and also got this burr, rotary burr. I've got a whole kit of them. Got these suckers. I've also got a kit for the mini die grinder. Got these suckers. They're really good for tight areas. That's another eBay item. Really cheap. They've lasted me for ages. You just got to lubricate them. Lubricate them up and don't let them get too hot. Once they get too hot, they get blunt, obviously. So yeah, looking over this bonnet, and it's got all the usual areas where the all this is all gone, all bent up. Really bad rust along here. But this side here's not too bad. It's pretty good. So I can make sure. I'm concerned about fixing this side up and then it not being true and flat. But I'll have to use this side as a guide, I think. But, so they've tried to use a bit of fiberglass. I've just got onto YouTube Music and I've started using their free music, and yeah, not the best music, but avoids me getting those copyright claims. Let's give it a hit. Pretty damn good. Tried out this one. In the odd areas, you have to make sure you're spot on. Pretty good. If I was to use the hole saw style, yeah, I'd have to have a hole straight through, which is not really what I want to do, because if I was to add a hole right through the whole skin, when I go weld the hole up from the other side of the metal, usually it either shrinks or expands, so it's not something I really want to do if I don't have to. So what I'm going to do now, I need to find a way of lifting this lip up the whole way along. So there's obviously many different ways to doing it, but what I'll do, I've got this bit of steel angle. I'm going to make a tool that can go in here, and it can go either way to get under that lip, to lift that lip up. Lift it up enough, and then once I've done that, got this little, bought these in like a kit. I've got these little nippers. I don't think they'll be much good. They might be okay, but I'm worried about marking the other side, so I might do what Astor Hal done to his. Get one of these. Got these larger ones, and I've also got got these smaller ones. I could probably make something up. Do it that way. Never use these. Anyway. So I've made this tool. I just used a spanner for the angle grinder, and I've made it into a multi-purpose tool now. So now I can easily go this way, that way. So yeah, should be pretty handy. So what I've done, I used just this fine flathead tip just to get the edge to come up just that little bit, and then I get this here with the tool. Now like that. Starting it off a bit of a prick. Yeah. I'll have to lift it up. Look at this larger screwdriver. Yeah, it's definitely not going to be a short job. Yeah, now I've got to get under that. It's starting to come up. Yeah, I'll have to modify that. I reckon it's too high. That might work. Brings it up heaps. Yeah, see how I go. The GoPro's not the best for this sort of thing. The camera's literally probably less than 20 centimeters away from the job. So yeah, a bit hard. Test this tool out. I modified it. so the crown's a bit lower. Oh, that's a go. Oh, so easy. Hard on the hands, you have to squeeze it pretty hard. Oh, too easy. Just love it when things work. It doesn't always work this way. So, try these nippers out. Yeah, they seem to work alright. That's slow, but it's got a nice flat bit there which seems to rest alright. Yeah, I reckon that'll work fine. So if you go to Bunnings, you buy this crescent kit with all these different tools. So yeah, pretty good. So what I'll do now, I'll just keep working my way along and working my way whole way around. Part of the tools I got in the kit, try this one out. It just doesn't get in there properly. It ends up only bending up zero upper edge, so yeah, no good. And these ones here, they're good, but then it slips and slides at the corner. They still work, but yeah, this one here, it seems to get in there a little bit better. Sort of work your way along. Just keep working away, but you can see there's a bit of a gap there anyway. I think I'll be alright. And once I get this inner skin off, I'll get the dolly and get that edge all nice and square again. But yeah, keep going, keep chipping away at it. But this tool I've made seems to be working alright. I was worried about it marking the metal in here, but it seems to just be fine scratches. So yeah, all good. Oh, something else I forgot to point out. When I originally used a little small hand mini shot blaster, mini sandblasting tool I got from Bunnings, and yeah, it's all starting to come out now, so yeah, it's a good thing that I'm moving the skin off. Someone must have been having a lazy day on the Ford assembly plant bonnet line. There's no spot welds along this side at all. Don't know if that's normal, but yeah, it wants to come out. It's just, yeah, it's that loose. The whole lot, it's pretty much rusted. Yeah, rusted the whole way along there. So I'll have to, yeah, definitely got my work cut out, but that's all good. But yeah, can't see any spot welds along here. There's definitely a heap across the front, but yeah, it's that badly rusted out. But yeah, it's gonna come straight off. But even then, once I remove this inner skin, I'm still gonna have to go along here and drill out spot welds and just get rid of all the shit behind it, because yeah, that's gonna be a mongrel trying to get in there and rest it out. I tried using a bit of WD-40 on the tool. I know it's going to play havoc if, like, when I go to paint it, but yeah, I'll have to clean it obviously. But I'd done the Escorts bonnet when it was sitting for ages to prevent it rusting. I used WD-40 on it, and reading on Google and forums and that, and people saying don't ever do that, blah blah blah. But yeah, the bonnet's sweet. It's just more work cleaning it off. But Do it in the WD and it seems to help a lot. Not in left-handed. So easy. Yep. So I finished doing this edge along here. It might scuff a little bit, but I'll just go through it now and just go over it. But it looks pretty good. It really wants to come out by the looks of it. It started coming out by itself. I started lifting this corner up and we'll see how we go. It's obviously, I'll just find out where it's sticking, but it's lifted up in so many different areas. Their bonnet's in a pretty bad way. It's coming up there. Looks like it's scuffing over here. So, yeah. I'll pause the video and I'll just have another go at it over here. Make sure it's flips up good. So I'll just try this corner in here. Yeah, it's coming up. Look at that. Wow. There's not much holding on. Wow. Just a little bit across here. Helping it. Yeah, look at that. Wow. Sealant, there's a lot of sealant on there, but it's obviously not doing much. Oh yeah, it's coming off. Be careful, I'm gonna get a bit of a crook back at the moment. Well, it's that corner's not getting good, but it's correct anyway.
For now though, I'm going to end this video here. If you did think it was any good, please do give it a thumbs up and a share. If you didn't, give it a
Alright, that's it then.
Hit subscribe to keep up to date with all my future videos. Check the links in the description to my social media and my website. I'll also leave that
yeah, that's
Don't
it.
forget, those of you that want to support and represent the channel by getting yourself some new
Bit of paperwork, what look at that be?
it's going to be running for 5 days.
It's like looks like someone's jammed something in there to keep the stop the bonnet rattling.
Other than that, until next time, from me and my beautiful girlfriend.
Yeah, interesting. Looks like it might be a catalogue. It's got a price on there. Interesting. Oh, I'm just doing these edges now. They're a little bit wavy. That's what I've done. I've got this comes off my hydraulic press. Just a plate you put, platform plate that you put stuff on. So I'll just put that up like that. Keep it nice and firm and just carefully get these edges nice and flat again. But obviously you have to be careful not to do it too much. And then have it close up. No problems, get the skin back on. So yeah, let's do a close up of it. Yeah, see how wavy it is. Then when it gets over here, nice and flat again. So yeah, I'll just work my way around completely. Get it all pretty, and then I'm gonna have to remove what's left in here. Get rid of that. I think there'd be spot welds across the top here and maybe, yeah, across the front here too. Remove that. then I'll start cleaning it up, I think. Went to Bunnings and I bought this stuff here, rust converter. I don't know much like a rust converters. When it comes to heavy rust, you've got to saturate it and leave for, seems like days for it to do anything, but what I found works is you get the wire wheel, paint stripping this, and just, yeah, go crazy to get as much as the rust scale off, then give rust converter. You can see it there. That's just one section I've done with the wire wheel. On just on the drill. And yeah, it came out pretty good, but I'm doing this underside now. Yeah, the rust is, you know, pretty bad over that way. Like you see, it's a bit pitted up there, but one thing that's throwing me off is that this bonnet's actually got paint on it. You can see it here where it's coming off. It's like a black sort of paint or something. Because I remember when I was, you can see these areas here where I've already paint stripped it in the past. It had the orange paint on it, but yeah, it's like it's got this undercoat on it. It didn't work too good. It's still rust. Still rust coming up here and there. So yeah, keep chipping away at it. A lot of work, but yeah, I want to get as much done as I can today, so that way I can get up fresh tomorrow and hopefully start fixing up all the rust on the front of this inner frame area. It's now 20 to 7. I put the stupid safe music on again. Not much I can do about it. I've had a quick look through the music that's on there, but I'm not looking into it too much. Got more important things to do, and that's restoration of Ford Falcon XBGS. So it's been a big day. It's now almost 20 to 7. Been at this since, I think it was about 7 o'clock this morning. So I've got to the point where I've stripped this bonnet back. I was using this, I bought this rust converter I was showing you before from Bunnings, and they've got this nice little picture on the front of before and after, and you think, oh yeah, it's going to come out looking really nice, you know, absolutely mint, and you put it on and you start get that foam reaction where the acids start eating the metal, and you can see it there, all that stuff along there. But I was looking at it, and no matter what I'd done, the rust wouldn't disappear, and then it got me back to thinking how I've done this in the past. And look at this stuff here, and you got like, I think this stuff's from Super Cheap Auto. It's more of an honest, you know, honest what they say it's going to do, like this before treatment, then after, and it's like a black. And then I was talking to a fella, I got numerous people have contacted me through the build of this car and give me advice, and there's this one fella, he's restored a Falcon XBGS pretty much identical to this, except it's red, but it's a lot similar, and he's faced with the similar problems I've had. I don't know if his rust is as bad as mine, but I take his advice as, you know, pretty honest and truthful, because he's a panel beater and he's been doing this for many years, and he reckons that he uses this rust converter here, and it turns to like a purpley color or like a black, so that it's done its job. The rust has been converted, so you basically just, once you've done with that, you just wipe it over damp cloth, methylated spirits, and then you just paint over it. Because I was trying to do this part, this frame, you know, frame section, and it just it wouldn't go away. It just I kept laying it on and hitting it with the wire wool, and it just, yeah. So it's got to the point now where I've just given it a wet coat of the rust converter. I'll let it dry, and it'll more than likely turn out like that. And then I'll start doing all the important stuff like repairing where it's got a crease there. But overall, it's not too bad. I think, you know, it's definitely, I'll definitely knock it out over the next couple of days. I think where the most of the time we're going to Just repairing all this stuff along here. You can see that, like I've got to get similar problem to what I had on the doors. It's just bringing it back to its original shape. So there'll be a lot of welding and putting new sections in there, but it's part of the process. With this part here, I know you can buy these replacement sections that replace these all together. I could have bought them, that I thought this one here safe. I could save this. I could just put a section in around there, bring back its original shape, just weld it up. This one here is pretty good. Yeah, so I'll get stuck into it again in the morning. See what I can get done. Fresh start, 7 o'clock in the morning. Perfect day for being on the tools. We had some aerobatic planes practicing yesterday, so you probably would have heard them earlier on in the video buzzing around, but yeah, they're pretty awesome. You're seeing they're doing loops and all fancy stuff in here. It's pretty cool to watch. So, just looking over this frame section here, and the rust converter's done its thing. It's turned the rust to that dark black sort of colour. So all I need to do, I'll just get some methylated spirits and go over it, give it a good clean. I might even scuff up the sandpaper in different areas. So yeah, what I'll do, I'll have to start working on this area. I'm thinking I might be able to gauge it based on what's left of it here. I might be able to just extend that the whole way along. Just start from this here and just work way along, and just eventually I'll have to get the whole lot done. I've just started bending up the metal to replace this. So I've got using these profile gauges. I think the closest. So you got to make do with not having all the proper tools. So this is the closest I'll get. Yes, that's reasonably close. What have we got here? 1 tonner. Loving it. Just welded the first section in. Best part about this welder, I didn't MIG welder early, but I'm running 0.5 wire, and I've turned the amps, the wire speed right down. So anyone to tell you that, like, when it comes to doing rusty metal, it's pretty hard to get like, it's easy to blow it out. It's hard to get a good weld. But I'm just cutting out all the crap metal and adding the good stuff. So far I'm going alright. I've just finished that section across there. I haven't got the part that butts up against this, but I just want to keep an eye on where I'm going, what direction. If I can keep the same profile the whole way along, and I think I can. So I'll just keep going with it, keeping it all the same. But yeah, it's going good so far. A bit of a slow process. It's putting the overlapping welds whole way along. But so far so good. I just got to cut. We're going to cut that little section out, and I'm not going to bother trying to weld that up. It's just going to turn into a big mess. Getting it done now. So I got to put a cut across here, put a strip across here, marry this all up together, and then same as the other side. But so far so good. I noticed when I slip this onto the outer skin, I'm gonna have to pull these together a bit. There's a bit of a gap there, but that's probably a good thing, because you don't want to, be too far out this way, because then you'll have problems trying to get the back of the inner skin here to slip in. So all good. Got these corners done now. It's got the whole square edge on it, and it slots in nicely with the outer skin. Yeah, so I'm pretty happy with that. That's what I'll do now. I'll flip it over and I'll look at correcting where it's bent all up in here. Just looking at this the damage it's got. You see the big crease across here, going across. It's pretty, this whole area here looks like it's been fatigued pretty badly, so I'm looking at correcting this properly and then welding all that up. So what I've done, I've got this big ruler and I've measured from this point here 60 centimeters up to here. So when I put that on there, flip it over. So I've got it sitting there like that. Go across there to there. Then I measure the gap there. So it's 5 mil. When I go around to the other side, I've marked it out because it's that far gone. So you look at it from here, look at the gap. Massive. So what I'm going to do, I'll just start. I'm going to have to get this supported properly from underneath. I'm going to have to bend this back into place best I can. Get it same as the other side, and once I've done that, I could either knock that back to its original shape and weld it, or just put a section in, but I'll see how we'll go, just knocking it back. I see someone's done something here. Overall, shouldn't be too bad. Fix that up, and then I'll fix up around here. I should be on a home run then. I wouldn't mind getting this back together today. I'll see how we'll go. Got it finished now. I put a bit of weld behind it too, just give a little bit more in reinforcement. So if I put that right on there, I measured it. It's about 6 millimeters, and it took a lot of work to get it to be right again. I had to really abuse it to get its shape back. It's pretty badly creased all through here. I've got to fix that little bit up, but that's easy enough. Yeah, actually, I think that's how it is. Actually, look at that side here. Yeah, I think I'll leave that. It might just be the way it is. Straighten this up too. That was out a little bit. Oh, yeah, bit of a tear there. I'll put a bit of weld in that. This side's pretty good. So yeah, put a little bit of weld in that tear there, and then I'll start repairing that out skin. Give her a quick coat of epoxy. I've got the weld through copper primer around the edges. I've used this epoxy. I've had it for a while now. I'm actually run out now. That's it. Probably won't get it again. I've noticed with that stuff, when you're welding, it is absolutely toxic. Oh, I've got to wear a respirator, as I do anyway. I'll just wear this little sucker. It's entry level. Does the job, but you can't smell fumes. So I've got the rest of it out here, out of skin. So yeah, it takes about half an hour for it to become touch dry. I'll give it probably an hour or so, and then I'll get the I've got this sealant. I'll just find it and show you this. Yeah, it's this stuff here. Fast curing Sikaflex, so I'll use that. Put it around all these spots around here. Oh, I need a proper workbench. Make do with this double garage. There's no room left. Got a bit of floor space, but yeah. Yeah, so I'll put that Sikaflex around here. Then I'll just put the outer skin on, and I'm going to use tech screws to get it down nice and tight. I know that's not the desired way of doing it, but I want it to be nice and tight. I don't want any big gaps, because I know on the Escort, when the Escort got caught in the shed fire, it all this stuff's gone. I didn't replace it and it rattles. Oh, it's freaking annoying. Started closing this lip up, and gradually I've worked my way along here. I left the back and done this side. And then now I'll get onto this back, and I'll just slowly. It's so much easier than doing the doors when I was doing the doors, putting that new this new section, replacement rust section across here. It was really hard to fold it and get a nice tight clamped edge. So yeah, this is a lot easier. Finally done. I just gave it its coats of that epoxy and sealed it up. Had a bit of trouble getting all this to close up again. All I've done is put heaps of holes across here and then close the gap up and do little plug welds. And obviously you need to use filler in it, but I'm just running out of daylight. I've been at this since 7 o'clock this morning, so, but yeah, it's looking really good. I'm happy with it. I was a bit concerned about how I'd go, how straight this is. So what I've done, I just got this rule just now and I set it up like that. And I measured it at 35. It's exactly 4 millimeters either side, the same point. So I'm pretty happy with that, because it was like, if I'd done that before, it was about 15 mil. It was massive. So this side here, obviously it copped a caning. Had some like dents inside here, like in here somewhere. It's like they've put, yeah, that's what I've been able to put bolts in too long, and they've pushed bloody big holes, like high spots on the other side. So I fix that up. So yeah, all I have to do now is pack up. So this has been a solid 2 days work. Solid 2 days work. So yeah, you can understand now why people charge so much to do like panel work and stuff, because there's so much time goes into it. So yeah, I'll wrap it up for this video. If you like it, give it a thumbs up. If not, give it a thumbs down. And yeah, I'll get on to, I'll do a video on the guards now. I'll start on them tomorrow. Now I've wrapped up this bonnet. I won't do the other side. I'll do that later. It's got a lot of surface rust on it, so I want to do it properly. I don't want to rush it today. I got this paint's gonna dry anyway. But I'll be doing the body work soon, so I reckon I'll just keep it covered, keep it wrapped up now, and the rust won't get any worse. So yeah, righto. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you again.